Hi, this is the Professional Amateur Hour coming to you with another review. This week, Leo sent me Vengeance is Mine. And this 2021 film was directed by Hadi Hajig and stars Con O'Neill, Robin Hellier, and Philip Bulcock, among others, of course. The story of this movie should be pretty clear, based on the title. It's about this guy who has to seek vengeance on these criminals after they hit his family and kill his family with a car. So, he does some stuff, he buys a gun, he figures out who the criminals are, where they are, and what will happen exactly, you'll have to watch the movie and find out. Alright, so what works with this movie? Well, I think this movie is pretty well paced. It's very consistently paced as well. So there's always moving forward, something's always happening, or at least they're always trying to get to that next point. And so it's very consistently paced, so you're never, bored at all. You never really have time to be bored, which is definitely a good thing. I also enjoyed the setting. It takes place in kind of the British countryside as well as parts of London. And so that was cool to see. I've never been to either of those places, so it was interesting to see kind of places I've never been. I'm sure, people in the UK, they think, oh, well, all our shows are based in London. You can turn on TV any day and see that. It's not on my TV channel, so it was interesting for me to see, and definitely kind of gave it also this hometown feel, it's British people making a movie in their hometown. And so also increased the atmosphere of the movie as well. And that brings me to what I think didn't work with this film. And where should I start? For one, this movie does have this kind of orange tint over all of the scenes. I don't know what that is about. I know there's this joke on the internet where in American movies, if you're in Mexico, you have this orange tint on the screen. So I don't know why they put it in kind of this British setting. It was a very bizarre choice, I thought. Besides that, I have a few issues with the plot, or at least some plot points. For example, the guy kind of lives in this church, and it's never really explained why he's living in this church, and it's very strange. And there's this bench behind the church where this woman sells drugs and guns from. And that's very strange. I also think the main character, the way he gets vengeance is all wrong. He'll get some vengeance out in the countryside, and then, then he just goes home and then goes to work, and you're like, what's going on? That seems like the wrong way to get vengeance, in my opinion. Let's see, what else doesn't work? I think there's a very bizarre choice in some editing shots and some shooting, I guess. For the most part, I think it's fine. I'll say that. It's just some little segments that really kind of stood out to my eyes because I watched so many movies. For example, how many, shots do you think it takes to get something out of the trunk of your car? Or sorry, the boot of your car. How many shots? How many cuts? Take a guess. Here's the answer. So the answer there is 5 or whatever. And so that's a very bizarre choice, I thought. Also with the ADR, I thought the ADR gets better as it goes along, but at that beginning part, the first 20, 30 minutes, you can definitely tell that the words they're saying are not matching up quite with their mouths. And so seeing a lot of movies, these two things do really stand out to me. So who would I recommend this movie for? Well, I don't think I'm really the target audience of this movie. I think if you like to fantasize about getting vengeance on criminals, then this is probably right up your alley, especially if you fantasize about doing that in the UK. I know there's other movies out there, Death Wish or Raiders of Justice that you could also watch as well. If you're a bad movie lover, I would say it's entertaining enough that you could watch it and, really think about kind of those odd choices that they make as well. As for a rating, I'm going to give it a 3, and I think that's being a little bit generous. And having said that, I think that's all I wanted to say. So like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.